Wait. Wait a second. So yeah, another season. I think when I was downloading, it was like, oh wait, this has another season, because season one, a little bit about season one, had this whole thing of like, oh, I came here because I was looking for like, sort of someone that they cared about. And then, during the end of that, I usually, again, season 2, season 1 spoilers aren't spoilers for season 2. Recommendation, watch season 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 anyway. She betrays him. Yes. And then that leads into this, which you have a whole group realizing he's this a person from outside, from like another place, where it's like, if he goes up the tower, that might be a problem. And that introduces a lot, which I think is really good, and I like. But one thing which I think is interesting is when you go into this one, those are kind of, you kind of like have, and as you can see here, some faces you will recognize, some you don't. I'm not going to say who is who. But with all of that being said, I like the idea that it's like, the first couple of episodes, new group. It's not really a spoiler because you see it in like the first episode. So I feel like they'll advertise that. But it's one of the things that I thought was like a really smart idea, where it's like, here's a new group. I'm like, wait, but what about the other group that was in like season 1? And yeah, speaking of which, let's get to that part. So, the one thing which I like is through most of the season, you don't get much of the other group. You learn a bit about them sometimes, but it's mostly about this new group doing this new activities. But early on, for some reason, there was this guy here, and Pathfinder 321. He is the guy who supposedly died at the first season. And I don't know why. I'm like, no, it can't be. I don't know. I just thought it might have been him, and that would have been like a thing where it's like, he's not dead. I don't know. And when they slowly start revealing, I'm like, I wasn't 100%. I'm not going to be like, I predicted it. There's only, I think, like a couple of things that I've ever be able to predict from it, and most of it is because I've listened to other people and I've agreed with their points. Gravity Falls. Yeah, I was in like a lot of the fandoms of Gravity Falls when it's like, but there's twins, and then it's like a lot of people being like, yeah, there's twins, there's 2 people. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, but I do like the overall idea, and I thought it was like interesting back to the Tower, not Gravity Falls. But I like the idea where it's like, maybe. I also like the idea at a certain point they start like showing both groups, and then slowly having both groups come together and work together. And also later on he has a haircut, which I think is like I feel like going for all of that. And I like during the beginning it's like, I'm going to just, one of the people like, I'm gonna dip, something's not right and I need to check on something. You keep an eye on her, and I like you have the group even split up even more to this one person and another group. There's so many groups because it's like he remembered the last game and something wasn't 100% up, so he keeps an eye on her because he doesn't trust her. I also like the idea that she faked it, which is fucked up to an insane amount. But I think it's interesting, I like it, and I 100% think this is amazing. So yeah, I thought it was really enjoyable, and I really liked it. I like the idea of like, it's a competition, it's kind of dark, and when it goes into some of the competition, you kind of see like, definitely during the last couple episodes when it's revealed that it's been rigged, And it's like, it's insane. But yeah. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and like and subscribe. And good night.